have a really good, um, well, 32 people were watching, and then it just disappeared. So if you come in, hello. If it's working, let me know. If not, I'm going to jump off and go to another social media where people can watch. So, like I said, I am en route to traveling down to LA for the King of the Harbor with my buddy Ryan, and his company is, or his platform is Sleigh Day. What he does is he rents out boats. Oh, there we go. Okay, so is everything working? I had to get off and restart. I am driving down to LA, so I don't know. It might drop off. I'm on the 101. I'm still in my little village area. Salinas, give it up for Salinas. I don't live in Salinas. I drive by fast as I can. But since you're here, Lisa, am I going to see you guys tomorrow? Or I know you got the things with the kids. Ooh, let me show you how beautiful it is, the sunset, though. Look at that. That's a better view than a guy with glasses on. Yeah, I hope I see you tomorrow. I got some stuff. If I do, if not, don't worry about it. I'll see you at the PCS show. I will be camping in the parking lot at the PCS show. We're just going to figure things out. Me and Justin were talking earlier. So my plan is this week. Okay, should have gotten over. Come on. It's a freeway. Come on. There you go. There you go. My plan is going diving Wednesday and going and killing. I only can have 2 lingcods, so I'm gonna get exactly what I can have. I can get lingcods. I can get capazons. There's huge capazons over there. I can nail a couple vermilions. I got to see the regulations because they've changed, and I normally don't hunt these fish. And then Wednesday night, my show will be me processing them all, getting the skins, getting the fins off for earrings, 100% sustainability. Leave me alone. And the last time I went, I shot 2 female that were 24 pounds. So I think that was like 15, that could be 30 pounds of meat that we can cook at the barbecue along with whatever Dave has. And then I can tie those videos in and let everybody know, come on out, meet Dave, meet Lisa, meet your saltwater guide family. There's one of those bells, a historic El Monte bell. I don't know. People that know history know history. I love them. I love this because this normally means I'm going down to Ventura area to get on the dive boats or into Santa Barbara. It's normally a 4-hour drive. I can do it in 3.5 if I don't have my camper on. Camper slows me down. I don't speed. I don't get tickets as much. I mean, I guess I could. But I am in town. Well, it depends. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a couple cocktails with Justin in the parking lot, for the weigh-in at wherever that is. I don't even know where that is. I have the GPS. I'm gonna stop somewhere after the Grapevine. There's a place that I like to sleep. I can sleep anywhere, just pull off the road. So that makes it nice that I can just. I just love having my own mobile. Now, if I had my druthers, I would have. Why are you driving? I'm driving down to Southern California. There's an event, King of the Harbor. It's hoop netting. It's the biggest one of his time this last year. I don't know how long he's been doing it. Last year he reached out to me because he saw my videos on TikTok and Instagram. And what I do is I make the bling chains. Everything I kill a lot of lobsters. But it's 100% sustainability. So instead of just throwing the tails back into the ocean, which would be 100% sustainable because it's giving back, but I put some and then cut the foam off. I should have had some in here. They're in the back, and I got 4 of them. I gave them to him last year. Last year I met up with him. He took me diving, and that was the first time I knew about Long Beach and the big bugs. Long Beach does have the big bugs. How many days am I staying for? I probably tomorrow night, and then I'll drive. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, for the PCS show. I think I can wrap things up and leave Friday afternoon. Let me get over. There's a semi about to pass me. No, thank you. So for the PCS show next weekend, I will be there until Sunday. For this, I will be in Southern California until Sunday, I believe, unless something happens. Lisa, when Justin does go live tonight, will you just let me know and I'll end my show? It normally starts about 6:30 when it gets dark, and I will just follow you guys over there and we'll communicate. I got a long drive in front of me. I will stop off as soon as I hit over after the Grapevine, and I will partake in cocktails with you guys. I will get caught up, and then I'll wake up early in the morning. I might have to buy a Starbucks, please, everybody. I know Starbucks, and I laugh at people with Starbucks, and they have big poofy jackets that they got at REI, and they say they love nature, but then they want to take away everything from us. Those kind of people. They normally have purple or pink glasses, rimmed glasses. It's okay if you do. I love you. How you doing, the Ranger? Like I said, I'm just driving. This is what I do. My normal show is normally me doing stuff. I might even go diving Tuesday and Wednesday because then I can get double the amount of fish that we need. Maybe I'll find a halibut. It is from my area where, no, I'm not going to say it, but there was something at Moss Landing. So the fish might be cooking itself is all I'm saying. All right. Truck coming on. Get in the middle. Yeah, come back over. Boom. Perfect. This is I don't mind this drive. This drive is a lot better than the 5. I have to cross over. I cross over at Paso Robles, if I said that right, and it's by our Army base, Fort. What is that? Fort Bragg? No, I probably should know, but I don't. I apologize. Whatever Army base is near San Luis Obispo before San Luis Obispo. I think it's Fort Bragg. Anyway, just having an amazing life. This is how I stay sane and healthy, by just going out and doing something. I had a huge order from my website today. Thank you to the person that did it. Over $500 worth of product. So now we are gonna. I talked to my wife. We're re-upping. I'm building the business from all the way from the bottom. I bought my own food. Well, it's better than McDonald's and everything else. So I bought my own food. Let me turn this back around. I bought my own food. It's salads. It's chicken from the market that was rotisserated all day. It's not the rotisserie from Costco. I don't know what's in that chicken. It's so good. It's too good. So if something's too good and people are saying, I don't know where they get their chicken. I know where the Corralitos Market gets their chicken. So I went in there, I bought 2 of those, and that, man, here's another, look at these helicopters. And we don't have, where I live, it's not a military, I don't know if you can see it up there. It's one of those double-bladed ones with the big gun on it. And they were flying all over Santa Cruz today. Look at, here, let me take my phone off. Do you guys, can you see it? I gotta drive, but it's kind of, like, we don't, I know San Diego, LA, you probably said the Channel Islands, I know they do a lot of that out there, training-wise, but, man, look at that thing, with a gun on the front of that thing. Look at that. How fun is that? So I've seen those all day long in places where you normally don't see them. Like I said, I live in Santa Cruz, which is a hippies town, which we have signs up saying no nuclear zone. I think that would help us if we ever went to war. The sign they would look at it and say, "Oh, those people are nice." Don't worry, those people that believe in that, we got you. Really? Yeah, and that, I mean, like I said, if I lived in San Diego or if I lived in, I grew up in San Diego, so if I lived in those towns, it's like the norm. The norm. These any kind of planes over military planes over Santa Cruz. We got the Coast Guard, okay, that's we're normal with that. But you hear a helicopter in Santa Cruz and everybody's looking around like, what's going on? When they fly the jets over, like when they do a flyby, when they brought okay, they brought this guy that pretended that he was our president. His name was Joe Biden. Um, he stopped in my little village in Watsonville, landed at our local airport there. That's when we had the jets there. But he was coming here because he was funneling his money through all the programs here, right? Those are all coming to an end. I'm not going politics. Listen, you believe in what you want to believe in. I just know I'm excited about the United States again. I'm excited about my government again. I'm excited that we decided we wanted to be dominant and number one and not just fall over and give everything to China. And that's what we were doing. You might not agree with it. Boy, that Epstein's list's kind of crazy, though, huh? Yeah, but that Epstein's list, you went to a Diddy party. You probably went to an Epstein party too, and then you bragged about it. Like Oprah Winfrey? Oh no, not her. That's just fake news. I get it. The world is, like I said, the world to me is going back to where it should be. It might not for you folks, and it's going to be a tough 4 years for you. The last 4 years, it wasn't tough for me. I just went and did this. I kept living. When they told you to stay in COVID, I'd go drive with my camper on out to the desert, and all the freeway signs, stay at home, da da da. Everybody was blasting me on the, my algorithm was going nowhere. Now my algorithm is just being pumped out. Long as I don't cuss, I have this thresher shark tail. Thank you. Um, I have this thresher shark tail that is just perfect. It's like when I was a kid and got spanked by your dad with a belt. The thresh just slapped me with this and they were slapping me. I haven't even gotten to those videos. I sent Dave one of the octopus, and I know it's going to come out. That octopus, one of the legs, I watched it go up his nose and touch his brain as he was sucking on the head of an octopus. That they can edit out and put music in or say what it, they know what they're doing over there at your saltwater guide. So I've learned I could reach so many more people if I just don't cuss. So, oh my God, my wife came out to tell me about that. He kicked him out. What do we give him? 30 billion or 300 billion? Nothing's accounted for. There was no change. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're. Listen, it's time we take care of our own people. I'm sorry. You guys got to be kidding me if you are upset with that. What did he come over here thinking? We gave him military and nothing was changed. What are we just going to keep giving money that we don't even have? We're going to go bankrupt. Then what? Then China and Russia just come right in. Now all they have to do, since we all are on batteries, right? California, they were going to make sure gas cars were going to be extinct by 2030. That's the facts. I'm not changing what Gavin Newsom was saying. So okay, not politics, algorithm. Got it. Open your eyes. I don't care if you're at the end of your life like my mom. Sorry, she's older. Don't be scared, Mom. Don't give the world away so your grandkids have to learn Chinese. And I'm not attacking my mom. She's a sweet old lady. They got her. In California, where I live, everybody is miserable right now because they think the world's coming to an end. 90% of us voted for this. 90% of us are exactly excited what's happening. I don't care if you agree or not. 90% of people, and my algorithm, as long as you put in hashtag Trump, hashtag Elon Musk, I even hashtag Gavin Newsom because I want Gavin Newsom to watch me. I'm tired of him taking everything away from us Californians. And we didn't yell, but when I yelled at the board, which I have, you want to see the video that I uncovered today. It was the first time I got off, and then I grabbed my phone and I started filming, and it's the doctor guy, the biologist, that's making all these recommendations and blah blah blah, saying, I don't think there's any dead animals at Moss Landing. Is there any? I just looked. There's no reports. I went out there a half an hour later that evening, and you saw a dead sea lion. I don't know what killed it. There was a dead bird. I don't know what killed it. I know normally when I see dead animals in Moss Landing, it's either a shark bite that they were able to survive until they climbed up on shore, or it's a strike from a propeller from a boat. Didn't have any of those. The Moss Landing thing, I've already messed up my algorithm, so whatever. I mean, what am I going to do? I just won't cuss. How about that? Let's start there. Baby steps. And then we'll learn not to talk about religion, and then we'll learn not to talk about, what else am I, cussing. Cussing, I can slap myself silly with a Thrasher shark's tail. That one, I'm going to have to go catch my own. That one is going to go to your Saltwater Guides booth down there. It'll be on display. We're going to figure out who wants it. Lisa started reeling it in. So it doesn't smell. It's perfect. You got to keep it away from dogs. It's epoxied, and it's got the glitter in it. A dog would eat this. A dog will eat the lobster that I dropped off today. And he was impressed. My buddy was impressed. Because I didn't even think it looked that big on the boat. It's a 12-pound exact lobster. I have one. I'm going to talk to Justin about it. I do stand behind when I say something. And I did say I would donate one of my huge bugs. Because I can't sell them because I caught them. Now, if somebody gives me one and I taxidermy it, and I document it, I can sell it. And I'll probably sell them for about $1,200 if you're asking. You can't get them anywhere unless you go down and get them yourself. They don't fit in the commercial traps. If you ever see one that is over 8 pounds in one of those traps, do not go into the traps in the first place. But do not go in there because it probably has a chip in it that they planted there. Now what they do is they catch these big ones, and then they put a chip in them, and then the big ones, it's normally going to be a female, and the females attract the males. So if you put a big female in the cage, and you leave her in there, the males are going to come, not for the food, for the, well, what do normal straight males go for? There it is. Not cussing, we're not going to get gross, we're not going to get graphic. It's, Peaches for me. That was a great song. Anyway, back to reality. That's what they put them in there for. So, if you go and you're a diver and you get tempted because there's a huge lobster in a cage, just know those are Americans trying to make money. Sure, they all go to China. They do. That's not conspiracy. They just do. They pay $100 a pound for these things. The ones we get, if you never gotten anything, even in San Francisco, if you go up to the wharf up there, they give you Maine lobsters. They got the pinchers, $12.99 a pound. I don't make up the market prices. I just live by them. Check out, we are in, this is the Central Valley. By the way, I don't know if these fields are affected, but the ones over by the coast, by Moss Landing, you're not going to have strawberries this year from them. I'm 99% sure, but I don't do any testing. I don't even know how to read and write very well. So, they did say this. Oh, we're at Gonzales. There's the Gonzales town sign. They did say this. They said they're going to put hemp in the soil to soak up the metals for 2 years. I don't know how much that's going to cost. That seems like it's going to cost a lot. I mean, we have millions. I don't even know the acreage of. I don't know the acreage of the strawberry fields and the artichokes. I guarantee you this. You think eggs are expensive? Strawberries are going to be astronomically expensive, in my opinion only. Be prepared. Be prepared. If I was a person that knew how to use the stock market, I'd buy stock in strawberries because if this is where they all come from, the Central Valley. I know they have different blah blah blah, but this is where they come from. So if it's true, but they're saying nothing's wrong. They've done all the tests. I'm not getting politics. It's gonna. My algorithm's already messed up for even talking like that. Still haven't cussed yet though. That's pretty cool. I don't have the Thrasher tail while I'm driving, so it's in the. I'm gonna sleep with it in my camper tonight when I go live um, after Justin's show, and I have a cocktail wherever I'm at on the side of a road. You will be able to see it. I can't hang it from the ceiling like I normally do. I'll just have it where I'll wear it around. The cool thing is it's all cartilage. I got all the meat out and I put foam in it so it looks like the meat's still in there. It doesn't even look real. It's amazing. I can't wait to get one and then do the same thing, but I'm going to cut it the right way and then I'm going to make it so, and I'm going to get the dorsal fin. So I'll have the tail fin, the dorsal fin. I'll put food coloring in on like a table, like a coffee table. This is not going to go in my house. Trust me. I might be able to donate it after I'm done, but it's going to take about $2,000 worth of epoxy, which I need to really know what I'm doing before I waste $2,000 on epoxy and it not work out. But everything seems to be working out in my world. So that was exciting to see Trump do exactly what he said. He would not let that. The guy came in all aggressive. Like, the guy supported and told everybody to vote for Kamala Henderson. Let's just say that her, right? I used to call her Camel Toe, but that offends people. So, anybody that told Americans to do that, the media, now look at you. Your jobs are getting cut because they weren't supposed to be jobs in the first place. The EPA is done in California. Our gas prices will go down. Refinery is going to be lit back up since 1970. It was done. Oh, I know, your grandkids won't survive global warming. Oops. What about Moss Landing? That was the new stuff. What about all the LA fires that they didn't? Gavin Newsom, hey, you can't tell anybody else that that's not Gavin Newsom. You just can't. You definitely can't tell me. Now, the 1% of people that actually believe that are brainwashed. I don't know how they got to them. My mom's one of them, and I love her. But she doesn't even. She's coming back to reality, in my opinion. So, me and my mom have as a truce. We don't have that much longer on this earth, and I need my mom to live. Just got there. Have a safe cruise. I just got here. Oh, thank you, Martin. I'm sorry. Martin, you could be one too, in case Lisa, and in case Bob. When Justin comes on, you guys got to let me know so I can just cut off here and I'll join you guys over there in the chat. If you guys want to party with me tonight on my drive, I will be live. I won't be on his boat. I won't be live. I'll be watching Justin live, pulling up hoop nets. If you didn't see our show 2 Sundays ago or last Sunday, I can't even remember. My life's so much fun, I can't even remember. It had to have been 2 Sundays ago. Yeah, because President's Day was when they're not. But I feel for. I know my people are up there. I know it's not some other country coming over here. So I know it's not a balloon that went all across the United States that nobody said wasn't going across, and then we finally shot it down and China was mad at us. I don't know. I do know. I do know. Hey, this guy's down in L.A. You guys get these? Sweet James. Look at that billboard. I noticed him down in when I'd go down to Newport. And I'll be like, who is this Sweet James guy? He must be like a little party hound. And now he's up here. So Sweet James is making a lot of money if he has billboards up here now. Good for you, Sweet James. I bet that guy's a party. I get that guy's a party like nobody's business type dude. Or maybe he's a family man. I don't know. Sweet James. I envy Sweet James. He got his name out there. He's out there. He's out there with the hustle. I'm still hustling. I'm hustling a different way. Nobody understood what I was doing. Well, now you're looking what I'm doing. And I'm only going to get bigger. I've connected with the right people. I've shut my mouth when I needed to shut my mouth. I've gone back, and now I'm back, and now I'm making money. A $500 order came in today. So, Mom, be proud. I'm an American building another business when my buddies are all retiring. I'm not retiring. I'm giving you 20 years of this. We're going to see some people die. We're going to see some people live. We're going to see new babies being born. I'm watching it. Hopefully you raise your kids with manners. Hopefully you raise your kids that they're not special. They're special to you, absolutely. I will protect the unspecial ones because I was one of them. I learned how to not put up with any nonsense. And how did I do that? Oh, because I had dyslexia. I had learning disabilities. I refused to take Ritalin. That's the drug that was out there in my day to calm a kid down instead of giving him a fishing pole. Me listening to what Dave says, did I drink his Kool-Aid? Yeah, because he speaks my language. My first experience was my dad, and my dad just wanted to be left alone after working 70 hours a week. And then now he has to spend time with his kids. His one kid, me, couldn't talk without, and I had to have my mom or sister there to translate. I was one of those. Now I can't shut up. It's an incredible gift, the gift of gab, as they say. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with my life. I never wasn't okay with my life, but I don't have depression. I don't have to take sleeping pills to go to sleep. Tonight, when I get where I'm gonna get my life, I gave my all for my day. The reason why I didn't leave at 3 in the morning, which I could have got there just on the same time and hung out and ate dinner with the wife and this and that and the puppies, is because here's the truth of it. Is then I wouldn't have been full of energy to tomorrow, where I'm going to meet a lot of new people. I'm excited. I was supposed to just drop off the chains. I don't even know if Ryan knows I'm staying. I'll park my little camper, and I'll applause for anybody that comes in. I'll go live all day tomorrow. Different social media, so please, if you're interested in watching people come in, and I'll be live. I'll be live, and he's going to be on Dave's show tomorrow on Saturday at 9 a.m. That's Ryan. Your saltwater guide is Dave. He's Ryan from Slay Day, but his event is called King of the Harbor. And he asked me to bring chains. He said I could have mailed them on Monday. The truth is, the store that I was buying those chains from, the hobby store, sold out in Halloween, and they didn't think they needed to order anymore. Hang on. I got a text message. I hope Justin's not live. Is Justin live? I'm gonna go to 6:30. I'll do my show. I'll go to 6:30, and then I'll join over there. So I got another half an hour. Let me put glasses on. It's stupid not to drive without my glasses. That's just terrible. There we go. Don't worry. I don't need glasses. I can show you my thing. Everything's just a blur to me. I learned that my eyes were bad when when I was looking at my phone about 43 years old, 44, I was playing Candy Crush of all things. And I couldn't, I was like, somebody handed me their reader glasses. I'm like, what's this? I can see again. So we went, I got the glasses that are, I paid $800 and I got these glasses. I think they're right here. They're somewhere. I don't wear them because they make me have a headache. They are readers on the bottom. They're whatever you call that. They're just a blend of everything you need. I can't figure it out because of my dyslexia, so it gives me a headache. They say I gotta just wear them for like a week straight and then I'll be half fine. No, thank you. I ain't dealing with that. So I got night glasses when I drive. I can read anything with these really good unless it's up close. So the phone now it's blurry. The message, if I take it off, I can read those, but then now I'm driving, so let's stay safe. We're gonna do a little pass right here. We got an 18-wheeler. We are on the 101. It's a 2-lane highway. I will be going over to the 5 and then on the 46. And then from there, I will go to, oh, now look at that. My thing says driver's alert, go get coffee. That's what comes up, and it shows a coffee pot with the waves on it. Justin isn't. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That goes off all the time when you have a camper on your truck. It starts off yellow, and then if you keep going, compliments of the brewery, but I'm not drinking. That's water that I've been drinking. It goes red, and I don't know. It just gets annoying. I'm sure there's a delete code on that, but my goal, listen, and this is selfish, but my goal is, I'm manifesting this. This is what I would prefer happening. I would like to live in Ketchikan, Alaska for 3 months, the warmer months, May through August. Then I would like to come home and then get ready for lobster season. Now, lobster season, my goal is to get it doesn't even have to be a nice boat. It has to be nice enough to, if my wife wanted to go with me. But I want to be able to put 2 to 3 guys on it that we go diving at the islands. And we just go over there and live off the land. Just bring water and ice. So I'm going to need some of Chris's Calico. Is it Calico Chris? Chris the ice guy. If I'm missing up the Chris's, I apologize. I know what he looks like. He was in a live show with me and Lisa a week and a half ago. That is the greatest thing. If you're in my chat groups, or if you want to be my friends on my phone, I really don't. I check Messenger and I check this. I'm not. If you message me, text me, and I see your face, I know who you are. My thing is, I don't want a picture from you. I want to have an event with you where we had the time of our lives, and that's the picture I want to put on my phone. So when you call, like, you ought to see the one with me and Justin. You ought to see all my boys that I dive with for halibut. They're happy faces. That way, no matter how bad my day is, I get a text from somebody. I'm like, oh, remember that memory? Oh yeah, Ryan. I would love to get your post video. Okay, that's a private message. I shouldn't read out loud. That's our boy Ryan from Slay Day. So I didn't tag him in it because he didn't answer me. He's a very busy man right now. So I could have tagged him and got all of his followers. I did not tag him because I'm not gonna just take over somebody's page. I'm an egotistical maniac because I think I'm the best. I'm not a narcissist. I found that in my journey in life. I found out I used to be married to one, but we won't go there. My kids are off limits to be yelling at him anymore. My daughter came on when I was in Alaska 2 to 3 years ago. I can't remember. And she started a podcast and she couldn't. I got them all down. She's taken down all of her social media. That's not a warrior, Emily, but we won't go there. Be a Mitch. Be proud to be who you are. If I was a bad dad, you let the world know. Just remember, I've been doing this for 25 years. As long as you've been born, little girl. I have the videos to prove it. So, my phone number is the same to both my kids. Anytime you want to give up this ridiculousness and want to go have fun. Wes, can you imagine you going to the PCS show? All these people, no matter how much I bashed you, I haven't really bashed you, buddy. All these people fish. That's what my son loved doing when life was too hard for him. He would just grab his fishing pole and go with his buddies at the Delta or up in lakes in Tahoe. I don't know, Wes. I hope life's going good for you. I'll tell you what, I'm not sponsored by any of these people, but dang, man, your dad learned how to call. You know what your dad learned how to tie, Wes? Because I know my son watches. I had to yell at him, and then he got a ghost account. So, anyway, I'm not bashing him, but I'm just talking to him because it's the only way I'm allowed to talk to my kids. Been going on 2.5 years not talking to my little man. He's not little, he's a 27-year-old dude. I told him the last time I talked to him, when you cut the umbilical cord from your narcissist, I didn't call her narcissist, I didn't know what it was. The umbilical cord from the evilness of any parent that would try to make the other parent a worse parent to make them feel good about themselves. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You're not a good person in my world. So do not use the kids for more money. Do not use the kids for, oh, you have to understand I'm a hurt person. Boo hoo hoo. Do what I had to do. Pick yourself up, figure life out, and carry on, Garcon. And I'm gonna go out of this world as a champion. I will let you know if you're doing a good job parenting in my view, and you'll get a hashtag great parenting, hashtag great grandparenting. Some people stayed married. That's tough to stay married with young kids and blah blah blah. Listen, kids are the greatest, but kids are a lot of work. Got to pick them up from school. You got to fight the ladies in the line at the school crowds. You know what I'm talking about. Finally, they get to drive. Then you have to worry that they're in an accident. Parenting, wow. The greatest accomplishment, but, well, for me, it was the greatest accomplishment. But currently, we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe someday my kids will talk to me, and if they don't, they got my videos to show that I did love them. My daughter said she never heard "I love you" from her dad. That nice. When I heard that, I'm like, what tree did you fall out of, little baby girl? You've seen all the videos. I did when they moved out and away. What happened is I just took all the family videos that were VHS and changed them over to disc. I've lived through the disc. I know you're past that at this point. But I made 2 copies. And we're talking hundreds of hours. Me throwing them up, catching them. Me taking them on a ski boat. My daughter, she couldn't even stand up yet, but I got her to water ski behind a boat with the 2 things. I was out on the inner tube. That's the kind of dad I was. Back then, it was okay to be her dad like that. Film everything. So, as soon as my ex moved away, I would give my daughter stuff like that. All of a sudden, they would be gone. Emily would ask, "Mom, where are they?" "Oh, I don't know. It's your fault." She would blame Emily because she left them out or whatever. Now, it's the same thing when I gave her jewelry from Tiffany's. So, listen, when me and my wife were courting each other, I watched Sex in the Cities with her. Great show. Watched everything, even watched the movies. I think it was Carrie, who's now a liberal lady. I wouldn't watch it anymore, but had a little initial of her name in like cursive writing. The only place you can get it is at Tiffany's, the jewelry store. So I got one for my beautiful now wife, girlfriend at the time, and Emily came up on my every other weekend and saw it and goes, "Oh, that is cool." So I went and got her one for her birthday. It lasted about 2 weeks, and then it was gone. And Emily's like me. If she cherishes something, she keeps it. She keeps it tight. Well, we know what happened to it. The evil forces. That's what I'm up against to try to fight. To try to say I'm not a narcissist when every time you try to stand up to her, I'm a hurt woman, right? I couldn't believe my kids turned on me, especially my daughter. I have video after video of me and her diving together. And I bashed her. I did what a dad did, shut her right up. Took everything down she did. I still have the podcast, little baby girl. I was a warrior. I wasn't going to paint you like my ex was painting me to be a bad person just because I didn't want to be with her. Make no mistakes. I'm the one that left the relationship. I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm moving on with my life. I will talk about my kids when it brings up good memories for me. When I saw my buddy Darren taking his daughter to college, doing that long drive, I don't know how old his daughter is, but I took my daughter up to Oregon when she first got her license. Said, "You're driving up to Oregon until we get to the mountains. Then it's unsafe. As long as it's not raining and there's no snow. Highway 5 all the way up. Jeez." She got to drive for 5 hours as soon as she got her permit. Now, we didn't go to college. She went to Chico. We did that too. We went to parents' night. I didn't because it was October, and October's lobster season. So, my wife went up there and hung out. So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Now I'm past the point of anger. I'm past the point of, here's what I learned in therapy. You cannot figure out crazy or you'll go crazy. So if you try to figure out crazy, you're going to go crazy. And I refuse to let myself go crazy. I refuse to let myself have that depression set in. I don't have depression because I go do weekends like this. A lot of driving, sure. A lot of work to put the camper on, take the tailgate off, sure. Do I get to sleep in luxury? Yes. Do I save? I don't know, during COVID, the places that were $39 went up to $500 a night. Now all the homeless stay there with vouchers. So I don't want to live next. And plus, they don't change the sheets. They do change the sheets. You could argue with me there. The comforters at a 5-star hotel don't get changed out every 6 months. 6 months. And that's 5-star, right? Because they don't figure anybody uses that. Well, let me just explain to you. When you go to a hotel and you're in Vegas, you're probably having sex with your significant other, man, woman, man. I don't care what alphabet you are. You're having fun, and then if you've had too many drinks, you just pass out, and you didn't use a condom, or you used a condom, and you wake up and it's still on you. That your smegma's up on that. That's just the truth. Now, I know we're not allowed to talk about that. Sets the algorithm down. In my case, I'm a germaphobe. If I have to stay at a place, my wife comes in the room before we do anything. She touches all the comforters, puts them in the corner. We bring our own pillows, blankets, and our own sheets. I need to have 850 thread count, and it has to be Egyptian cotton. Once you go there, you don't come back. Just saying. Prima donna, sure. So I have all that in my camper now, and it's absolutely free. Now I do want to get the rich white guy van. the Sprinter, all built out. I can put a studio. The bed raises up. There's a studio underneath the bed. I can have it built to where my air compressor for my tanks, and I can travel with my tanks. I can have a little garage area. There's the red. Gotta go get coffee. No, thank you. Oh, and I can drive 70 miles an hour here. Okay, let's set the cruise control. Perfect. We are cruising at the speed limit. Um. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That's I'm just talking. I'm enjoying this. Where am I right now? Let me look. I'm coming up to where we go into. A, we're at a Salinas, and we're about 40 minutes away from Paso Robles, which is another. We're about an hour and a half away from San Luis Obispo. Let's do that. Now, this one I've been driving so much, you can see wild pigs sometimes running on the freeway. Sometimes they get hit. I don't know what that would do to your car. Once when you're driving on 101 in the wine country area, they have longhorn. There's a ranch there with longhorn bulls with the longest horns you've ever seen. Someday I'll stop and film it. It's pretty incredible. I love seeing longhorn bulls or cows or whatever they are. They come right up to the fence on the freeway. One time we were driving down there to go diving for the lobster opener, and one of those was running down the freeway. We were going south. It was going north in the southbound lanes, just trotting like it's not a big deal. Could you imagine hitting one of those huge bulls? That would kill you. It'd be like hitting a moose. I would imagine. It would have to be. So, there's Burger King. I used to love going there when I went on road trips. $27 for a Whopper and fries. Hey, great job, Gavin Newsom. Way to give them $20 an hour. Kids can't even go there and get jobs anymore. But, that used to be a starter job for people. Listen, we're not going to go there. Good job, Gavin. You outpriced the burgers at no telling what's in that meat. That meat can get recalled. I guarantee no ocean meat has ever been recalled. Good wine. Yes, I used to be a wino. My thing was I was up to 2 bottles a night sometimes. I used to have a lot of money. I would start off with a $40 bottle, and then that was the BV Rutherford. I might even be saying that wrong. They don't serve it anymore. And then the second bottle would be a nice the Bellinger, the BV Bellinger, not the BV. It's just Bellinger. It's about the prices went up during COVID. As a matter of fact, my Safeway, which is your Albertsons, it's your Ralph's down in Southern California, Northern California. It's the same grocery store. It's just Safeway. During COVID, they built a display with both the wines that's when I knew I had to change my habit. Because they had a display, not on the shelf, but on the aisle, and it was half and half. I have a picture of it somewhere. My wife looked at me and said, this is because of you. Because we live in the country, but there's a lot of poverty in my area from the field workers. I'm not being disrespectful. It just is what it is. And wine is not a big ordeal in their culture. And if it is, they get the box wine. And I'm sorry if that's being prejudiced. I mean, listen, there's rich everybody. But they built that display for me. That's all I'm saying. Now, you go there and you'll see the Monegro beer and Corona a little bit, but more Monegro and the darker one. They like the darker one. By they, I mean the Hispanics. Come on now. Let's not pull teeth. Because you know what? I'm going down to a group that is going to be full of every class of people. And I love everybody. My mom and dad taught me to. They taught me how to respect people. Okay, this place right here, very fun to go to. But the guy is kind of pervy that owns not the gas station, but the shop where you stop and get alcohol if you're driving down here in a group for your dive trip. Like, yeah, I ought to go in there once and interview that dude. He might have some bodies buried somewhere. Fun guy. Fun guy. You can just sit. I could just sit in there and watch him. You go in there, man. I go in there with my wife, and he just looks at her up and down, and is getting visuals for what he needs to do later. You can watch those guys. You know what I'm talking about. Let's not make me the bad guy for saying it. Algorithm will dance around, but Jiminy. What a fun time. That's what I do. I just observe people. And I know the stops that I like to stop at. That's a good place. They have a cheap diesel before you get to Paso Robles, before you get to San Luis Obispo. Your pricing's going to go back up. So just know what you're doing. You pop over to Highway 5 in the middle of nowhere before Bakersfield. Best place to get diesel. Because you got to understand, that's where the diesel trucks go. The big cities, they're going to make you pay for having a diesel truck. The 18-wheelers can't get into the big cities. So, if I'm driving on Highway 5 at certain spots, it's about $4.50. I know, you go over the border, it's $2 to $3. Leave me alone. It's refined here. There's no more special blends. The EPA's gone. The smog checks are gone. The special blends are gone. I don't know if I'm going to have to add DEF on my diesel. I'm hoping they delete that. Because on this trip with the camper, I have to buy 2 of that, which is $30 each, like a Home Depot or Costco. Yeah, I just had to survive. I had to strip back, not drinking wine so much. Then I got into my daughter got me, she was in college, so she got me into the White Claws. I had a White Claw phase. And now I'm back to a White Claw, but it's just vodka and seltzer water. I like the cream soda, and then I got a whole bunch of tangerines right here. The cutie tangerines. They're delicious. I hope they weren't. We don't have any orange fields up here, so I think those will be okay from the metal in the soil. Moss landing type thing. Anyway, this isn't rambling of a madman. This is a man that has 2 kids that are grown ass adult. I said ass. Damn it. I can't. I'm not slapping myself while I'm driving. I will slap myself tonight after Justin gets off I will go live and I'll have a cocktail with you guys for about 20 minutes. Or if I'm passed out, not because of drinking, maybe I'm just tired, then I'm just asleep. When I'm asleep, I'm asleep. When I'm awake, I'm awake. It's how my life works. I don't set an alarm clock because my body normally wakes up about 4:45, 5 o'clock. There are times where I get up and then I go back to bed about a half an hour later if my body tells me to. And then that kind of sleep, man, that's a deep sleep. Oh, that's the best sleep. You wake up with slobber on the pillow. I don't know if I'm not a snorer, but I might be snoring during that deep sleep. That's a good sleep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you don't. Maybe you take the pills. I don't need pills to put me to sleep. I live such an active life. Doesn't show by my body style anymore, but hey, leave me alone. I made it to 54. I don't do steroids anymore. I refuse to work out. I'm doing the fasting, high carb, no more. Listen, what I was doing is a lot of ham, a lot of salt. That was making my blood pressure go crazy. Blood pressure and heart attacks hand in hand. So now listen, I went to Trader Joe's and bought the pre-salads. I know Trader Joe's is liberal land. I get liberal's probably an algorithm word that you're not supposed to say. Take off my glasses. I always have a virtual cocktail with you guys. Thank you. Oh, with you. Yes. Yes, I wanted to come to that last night, but my brain was turned off. So, um, yeah. Hey, instead of me going live tonight, if you're out and about and you want to do your live group, I will join that live group for about a half an hour or until I go to sleep. Now, I will park this where there is bars for the phone. If I have bars for the phone, I have internet. If I have internet, I can entertain myself. I have fallen for algorithms just like everybody else. Okay, I'll send you a Zoom link. After Justin's show, of course, we got to support our boy. I've learned not to go live during Dave's shows and Justin's shows. And if I'm participating with Justin, here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to go live on mine. So if you're following me on social media and you follow who I follow, you get to have entertainment. I am going to lose my voice. This is going to be fun. I can already tell. Because I'm going to be hobnobbing with everybody tomorrow. I did bring merch. I am not giving discounts. Well, it is a discount because it'll probably be cash or Venmo or whatever my wife put me on my phone. She counted it, and if I give it away, she's gonna yell at me. And this is our new nest egg, and it's working. You cannot make money at social media without sponsorship or merch. That's the facts. If you have viral videos, they will find a way to demonetize you for that video. For the one that I should have made $10,000 because it's going to make 1 million views, you get 1 cent per. If I'm not doing the math, somebody tell me. But if you get 1 cent per 1,000 views and you get 1 million views, is that $10,000 or is that I think that's $10,000, right? So I don't know if that's $10,000. Hey, Lisa, you're a smart person. Now, I know Bob's a smart person. He's a cop. And listen, a detective. You don't get promoted if you can't pass tests and reading and writing. Detectives have to have better penmanship. I don't know if they still do this, but it's the reason why my dad couldn't advance his career because, and he when he died, he had a doctorate. It was in ministry and theology and that kind of stuff, but he didn't have a doctorate. Now, me saying that is he was a highway patrolman and he had to write reports. And you got to understand, lawyers will chew up the police if they can't write something perfectly. Now, when I was going to be a police, they had programs where they had paralegals that would write. You would turn in your writing and they would rewrite them. I don't know if they do that now. That's the question I would like to ask Bob, if I ever can just sit down with Bob. I know he's been interviewed by real professionals that are doing what I want to do. I don't want to interview people. I just want to meet people and have great experiences with them and then roll out. And when I roll out, I roll out. I normally have my children to go back to, my 2 English bulldogs, and my wife. It's my life. It's my comfort. So this is like, I look at this like going out and meeting people. And people that my algorithm has been shut down, but once you get past that shutdown part, and then when people start sharing you out to their friends, because we all think alike, maybe I'm a little bit extravagant, okay? Don't have your kids watch me. I got guys that swear by their kids have grown up to me. One guy that I taxidermied his lobster earlier this year, his dad he's watched me since he was like 7. And he's a free diver. Man, glorious young man. He's got his first apartment. He put the lobster up where I told him high. You got to get him up high. When I dropped mine off to my buddy today, He doesn't have the mount that he wants for it, so he kept it in. He has a studio on his house because he has two. He has a German Shepherd. He has dogs that will eat this thing. They will eat it. Doesn't matter if it's epoxied or not. But if anybody touches it, they will break. The 13-pound one I have that you'll see live on Lisa's show tonight after Justin's show, I brought the equipment to fix it. I'll sit there on the show. I brought paint. I brought everything. If I see Lisa this weekend, cool. If I don't, I'll see her next weekend. So she's gonna get. Lisa makes earrings. She make my probably like forgot to say thank you, and she really liked them. And I even told her that you use those fishing needle pliers, whatever you call those things, because they were bigger, and my wife doesn't like big. When I first met her, she had the big old O-rings. She still has them when we go out and she curls her hair. I love the big old O-rings on her. But we went through the phase where I bought her jewelry, right? I bought her that necklace, and I bought my daughter, and then my daughter's disappeared. Don't know where that went in. Sorry, little girl. We all know where it went. It was your fault. Your mom said you were 5 years old, and no 5-year-old should have $150 for the emblem on it of your name, and then another $300 for the necklace. That's what your mom said. So this isn't a new thing, this narcissism for me. Men just normally don't say anything. What they normally do is just write a check and move on and have another family with somebody else. And hopefully it works out. Some people get married over and over again. They've never learned. So, Bob, I am driving down to LA right now. I am on the 101. I'm probably, I think it's Fort Bragg. It's a military base right before Paso Robles. I think it's Fort Bragg. If I'm butchering that to our vets, I apologize. I just look at it and I always feel proud when I'm driving by it. I see all the brand new Humvees out there and the buildings that you're building. There's a train track that goes into it. We had helicopters out there today. We had helicopters in my little village where we never have them unless, I don't know, it seemed kind of cool to me. Made me feel proud to be an American again, that's for sure. Okay. What else? No, that's not. I was gonna say, because that's where my daughter used to come party, and you go on a hike up to the rivers. Once I see a real sign, I'll let you know. But man, yeah. So tonight I'm just gonna drive. I'm sorry. So Dave is gonna interview him tomorrow. Oh, the Purple Heart Trail. That's where I'm at. Dave is going to interview Ryan from Slay Day tomorrow at 9 o'clock on his 9 o'clock show. Ryan is put on a show. It is called Is it 6:30? Oh yeah, I'm way past. Is Justin ready? I'll come talk to you, Bob, on Justin's show. Let me call my wife. All right, peace out, everybody. I'll see you later, everybody, on Justin's and then Lisa's Zoom.